96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
From what day you may find out, certain people not like me.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, ESC Distributors Limited, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, Fun Foods Wholesale, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, Kelly's Home Center, KFC, the National Insurance Board, the National Youth Guard, Naughty Johnny's, Percy Silent Games, and Tropical Gyros.
Me and them girlfriend a link up. Hello. Dog, where you did that when the thing.
The Monday, May 6th edition of Talking Heads is on and popping. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. It is Monday, so you know it is the Abaco edition. We will be going to Abaco live. On the flip side of the break, Roscoe Thompson will be chiming in with us. We'll get caught up on everything going on in Abaco, and then, of course, we'll be talking, the day-to-day with Roscoe, with making headlines in Abaco and here in New Providence. So I'll have a full rundown for you. You know how to chime in here in New Providence, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Toll free to anyone in the Family Islands, 242-300-572-720. The lines will be open. Text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Stream us live. Take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969, BTC Flow channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh news, smart talk all day. Right here, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Quick break. Flip side of the break, we'll be going live to Abaco. Roscoe Thompson will be joining us for the Monday edition, the Monday, May 6th edition of Talking Heads, which continues right after this.
Yeah, every bad mind fraud, them is them parents they corrupt, so them are negative. How much longer you got?
Naughty Johnny's restaurant can only be described as the experience you want to recreate again and again and again. Their motto is simple food done well. You're welcome into their home at Naughty Johnny's, where you can dine on crack conch fritters, and other Bahamian favorites. There's also an international flair that's guaranteed to offer something for everyone. Enjoy a good meal and listen to a live band on their patio Friday and Saturday nights, or brunch on Saturday and Sunday. Only at Naughty Johnny's restaurant in the Old Town Plaza, Old Fort. They're open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Sunday. Naughty Johnny's. Well worth the trip.
Is it a burger?
No. Is it pizza?
Come on, man. It's KFC. Whatever the crunch this is, it's delicious. New, the Kentucky Chizza Sandwich. Crispy chicken topped with marinara sauce. Order your Chizza sandwich now at kfcnassau.com or at your favorite KFC restaurant today. It's new and it's radical. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Mothers are the heart of our homes, the soul of our memories, and the guiding light through life's journeys. Show your love with a gift from Kelly's House and Home's Mother's Day sale, Friday, May 3rd through Saturday, May 11th. Enjoy 20% off selected dinnerware, glassware, luggage, silk flowers, and picture frames, except on net items. One lucky person can win a gift basket for Mother's Day. Visit our Facebook page for more information. Kelly's House and Home's Mother's Day sale, May 3rd through 11th. Happy Mother's Day, all with love from Kelly's House and Home.
This is the National Youth Guard program designed to train young people to help the Bahama Islands in times of disaster.
I decided to join to better serve my country as well as to better myself.
We train to help in search and rescue,
electrical, plumbing, and carpentry.
And things that they can actually expand on in their careers.
Young people who join the Youth Guard program discover a sense of purpose and a sense of patriotism.
To learn more and apply, visit nyg.bahamas.gov.bs.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to play Island Games. We like them other jokers, we've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
We're back at you on the Monday, May 6th edition of Talking Heads. Let's go live to Abaco. Roscoe Thompson is joining us. And before Roscoe joins in, I would like to make this heads. And, we're very proud of him. Some things was popping yesterday. And I think I'm correct in saying, Roscoe, you have a new title to your name, correct? Are we now the chairman of South and Central Abaco?
Yeah,
for the FNM?
FNM brand. Yep.
I was looking to get the right information, and I said, okay, this Dingleberry has disappearing messages, so now I can't see the information because it's disappeared. But let me go out on the ring and say, hey, South Central. So you were successful in retaining the chairmanship for the FNM this past weekend in Abaco, so you are the chairman of the South Central branch, correct? Or the constituency? Correct. Or get me correct, because when it comes to them, I call everything constituency and branch and territory.
Yeah, constituency, North, South, Central. Central, South Abaco constituency, the chairman of the... Yeah.
And obviously, that went down on the weekend. How was it as far as those goes, the constituency elections and whatnot for the FNM convention?
Everything went smoothly. We had the Secretary of Serpent Roll up here and Travis Robinson doing the elections, and everybody went in unopposed. So it was,
and
it was quick and easy.
This is in South Central and the other area. Who went in that area?
Where?
It's just one.
South Central. No, this is just South and Central Abaco.
So that covers everything.
To do with North Abaco.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
North Abaco's separate.
All right. So they'll have theirs at another time, I take it.
Yeah.
So how does it look coming out of Abaco for the weekend? Is it Team Minutes or is it Team Pindot?
Boy, you won't put me on the spot, right?
I got to ask before somebody else texted and asked. That's the obvious question right now. We're in the midst of the FNM convention, so I don't think I'm out of bounds by asking that question.
I am one vote, but from what I gather, Minutes will be lucky to get one of the delegate votes up here in Central South Abaco.
Wow.
He might get one or two in North Abaco if he's lucky, but I say two at the most. But you can't. I can only speak for myself,
right?
But from what I've heard from the other delegates, and they are not supporting. They cannot support Minutes after what happened here. It's still a bad taste in their mouth, and of course, at the end of the day, everybody has the right to do what they want to do.
We'll have to keep our eyes on the other family islands now, because I'm sure between now and June, or everybody else will take care of their branches, so on and so forth, correct?
Yeah, listen, pretty much our delegates were ready in hand. We just went through the process of the new elections because we've been trying to get them since November. So, it's just a matter of, getting the ball rolling again. So our elections were just a formality to get some new blood in there and move forward.
Well, did you get the new blood you were looking for? Did you get the new blood you were looking for?
Yeah, you could say that. We got some new changes.
I always ask because I'm a big proponent of youth in politics, you know what I mean, and getting young people involved, because if you get some bright-minded young people, they can serve for a long time. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a good way.
Yeah, we got some youth coming back into the party, and it's really good to see. So I'm happy for that, and I'm happy in the direction that we're going. So we just got to keep going that way. We got to rebuild after Dorian and the bad taste that was left in everybody's mouth here. And I want to say, because of the FNM and its leadership of Minutes, a lot of people still have not forgiven him, for the debacle and the burials, the bodies in the trailers, for him not showing his face up at the memorial, and we were just discussing this in one of the groups, and I caught a lot of hell for for saying that, but it unfortunately it is the truth. That's how a lot of Abaconians still feel to this day, which is
I get that, man. I mean,
I don't want to say it's sad, but you can understand that bitterness in their mouths. I mean, it's, and I don't think it's just Abaco, you know. I think it's throughout the whole Bahamas. Now, I could be totally off base, but you know, I can't speak for Grand Bahama. You hear things, you know, you hear out of Nassau.
We'll know full blast tomorrow from Grand Bahama. They got the big Chamber of Commerce meeting tonight with the Prime Minister, $75 a pop. Let's see what the stakeholders, the licensees, and the business community in Grand Bahama has to say tonight. And of course, you know, Sarah and Darren will bounce out the snuff as to what went down with that. But obviously, it's a crossroads there in Grand Bahama as well.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've talked to some of my friends, you know, that are delegates on the ground, you know, and I'm just speculating, you know, they say 25 votes, if that, you know, for Minas, out of, I think it's 85 or 90. So, you know, that's something that Freeport can answer. But, and I guess it's just like anywhere, anybody can say anything to you in that regards that, oh, I'm supporting. But at the day they go in to vote, you know, they can vote for who they want. It's a democratic process, but
right. And what I'm seeing, you know, a lot of times somebody will say, well, I got your back, until they realize, you know, the handwriting on the wall. I mean, they perceive that it may not go that way. They double back and do what they need to do.
Yeah.
They make sure their bread is buttered, even if yours isn't, as the candidate or the person who's running. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to be on a losing squad, so you gotta watch that as well, all the way down to the last minute and to the vote. Because people do change their mind.
No, I agree. People do, you know, and at the end of the day, you know, we will know, you know, like I told the people on June 1st, the FNM will decide who is their leader and who isn't. I mean, that's,
if it's any indication by the women's branch and the recent Abaco elections, and you can see some letters on the wall already. So,
yeah, I mean, that's just me. I mean, I'm only speaking for me and what I've seen, and I know who our delegates are in there. They were all against Minas. I mean, you know, and I don't want to say this. It's the first time that, you know, we had to tell people to put your hand over the torch and vote for Vandia. You know, before it used to be put your hand over the name and vote for the torch.
Right.
So at that. It's just a difficult, you know, Naughty, and that's why I don't, like I said, at the end of the day, after June 1st, we have as a party,
have to unify, have to come together.
We have to, yeah, it can't be, you know, the delegates have spoken, you know. I mean, people don't remember back in 2012 when Ingram resigned. I think it was Minas and Loretta Butler Turner. They had a by-election up here. And, you know, we lost it, you know, in that regards. But, you know, we had a by-election in West End, Bimini. You know, yes, Pintard was the leader. We lost that. I mean, I don't know the last time a government, I think it might have been David Thompson.
But you know what I think, Roscoe, there's a lot of people looking back at history, at past situations, but they haven't taken into account that this is a new platform. This is it's a new era in Bahamian politics. And people don't vote the way they used to 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. They've evolved, whether some people like to believe it or not. There are other influences, media, social media, the internet. I mean, folks know. Folks are talking more. They're trying to find out more information for themselves. They don't want to be fooled.
Right. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, Naughty, you know, Abaco is as Abaco in the Bahamas is the Bahamas, but we have a country to rebuild and we have a country we got to move forward. And right now,
and if we're going to move forward, I mean, we got to get two of the biggest contributors to the bottom line, Abaco and Grand Bahama, back up and running and contributing.
Yeah, correct.
I mean,
you know, so it's just a matter. It's just a matter of time, you know. And hey, listen, it's like I said to people, at the end of the day, you have the right to support who you want to support. I'm not going to knock you if you're a Minute supporter or if you're a
Whatever
Pintard
works for you
supporter.
best is always what I tell people. Just get everybody's information, everybody's manifesto, everybody's blueprint, everybody's platform, and read it, understand it. And whichever one resonates with you, then ride with them.
Right, because listen, and I'll be honest, I'm the type of person, and I will say this, I mean, this is just me. Pintard, I said that to you before, Pintard has my support. You know, and I've given, but I'm the type of person, if you call me and you ask me, I appreciate that, because there might be some other people there that might not be Pintard supporters that I might support. That's just a given, because that's my right as a person, because I've known some of these people for years, you know, from before Minute was even leader, you know. So, I mean, it you know, at the end of the day, I might not vote for everybody that is a, you know, as they would say, some people say Team Pintard, Team Minute, you know.
But at the end of the day, when this clears on June 2nd, it has to be Team F&M. The party has to unite instantly.
Correct, my friend.
So at the end of the day,
listen, you know, Naughty, I wish I could go around one day with my phone and just, you know, say to people, what do you know, just so people understand the hurt and the hurt, the upset, the anger that people still have towards Minutes. That's the thing. It is relevant here in Abaco today. Just a couple hours ago, we were fighting fires going on SC Boodle up to Bustic Bite in that area, houses, and, you know, somebody asked me, what am I doing? And, you know, I told them, and they said, oh, are you supporting me? I said, no, I'm supporting Pintard. They said, good, because, you know, Abaco is not going to get behind Minutes, you know, and that was a North Abaco person. That wasn't, you know, just it was actually a pastor. You know, I will not call his name, but so, like I say, Naughty, at the end of the day, and I didn't want to say anything, but at the end of the day, on June 2nd, we have to come together as the F&M, because you have one goal then, and that is to remove the PLP as a governing body of this country, because the way we are going right now is not the way that I foresaw this country going, you know, 4 years ago or 3 years ago.
I think that's a lot of people, and a lot of people have buyer's remorse who voted for this administration and gave them the opportunity. They're experiencing buyer's remorse. Now, let me ask you this question, moving to a different topic regarding Abaco. We heard last week in the House of Assembly, MP for Southern Central, is it John Pinder, correct? He stood up and said the fires were out. Great job to the fire department in Abaco. They did a great job. It was awesome. The fires are out. But now here we are today. I'm seeing videos of more fires in Abaco. Two-part question. Are the fires still raging? Are they under control yet? Or are you still having difficulty in that regard? And could it possibly be arson, i.e., a bad-minded individual that may not be a Bahamian national or illegal migrant, undocumented migrant, that might be up to this because they feel displaced of the shantytown removal? Or could it just be somebody, you know, bad-minded and setting fire?
The fires that happened in the South, and I will say this, one happened in the center of our town at the old government clinic. So that spread towards the South and back of Sweetings Village and the back of businesses. We were able to contain and no houses, no businesses got lost. And at the same time, we had one out at Spring City that local government actually pushed a fire break to try stop it. And it actually jumped the fire break, and then it burnt to the south, and the wind shifted, so it came back up on Spring City. So we were out there. We were out there for 5 days, trying to, you know, save people's houses and property. So we were called out there quite a bit in that regards. And, you know, most of the information that Mr. Pinder did release, or MP Pinder, was information he got, you know, from us over here on the ground. because, as you know, he was not here. He was in Exuma. So, but I was keeping him updated as our MP in what was happening in that regards. Now, last night we got a call of a fire across from, it's on SC Boodle. It's where Pastor Stephen Knowles' house is, or building. But I forget what name of the shanty town is up in the back there, or the housing. I call it the village just out of respect. It's down from the Gaza a little bit on the left. That's being threatened today, and it's burning towards the north, which takes it up by a couple Bahamian residential homes that are up in the back there. We were able to get up there today and save a home. Thank God they did have a lot of their property cleared. The fire now, the problem is the fires are moving to the north now, and it all looks intentionally set because of where it started out by the road, and the way the wind was blowing, it pushed it to the back. So it does look like arson. The one for the building in the center of town, I think the police did get somebody, and I think what was there saying, he said they hastened him, so he had to burn the spirit.
What spirit? The Natasha vodka, the Radbat, the Methuselah, what, the Bacardi, what, the Añejo, what spirit?
I don't.
What spirit? The spirit telling him to burn the field.
Yeah. Jesus. But right now, no, we have a fire raging in the north right now.
And I'm not trying to make light of the situation down there, Roscoe, but I mean, when I hear stuff like that, you mean to tell me now that we got another similar instance to the straw market arson this years ago? Just one random person with mental issues going around burning ish down? I mean, come on.
No, I don't think it's one person, because we just had a fire right around yesterday, Naughty. We had a fire right behind my house at the old nurse's residence. Somebody set something on fire. It didn't happen from, a glass bottle or anything. It was actually set on the side of the house. And it's a good thing we were all in the neighborhood. There's four. You have the fire chief, myself, Patrick, and Stephen Leda. So you have four of us in that. It went into the bush.
Stephen back up and running? That's good, man, because he... I follow Stephen's Chronicles on... I follow Stephen's Chronicles on Facebook, and I know he was fighting.
Yeah, he's...
And the last episode I saw was...
under the weather.
He wasn't doing well because of exhaustion from fighting the fires.
Yeah, so he's... He came down yesterday to help us and assist, so we got it under control, and then we got called out last night.
Well, give everybody my regards down there, but especially Steve-O and Patrice, man. Patrice is my schoolmate, graduated with her. Steve and I grew up together in the West, and that's my boy. I definitely appreciate the job he does, man, down there. He's well into Abaco. He loves Abaco. I can't take that from him.
Yeah, and this is a concern, why I say we still have all that debris in the Gaza, at the old shanty town. What if some crazy fool decides to light that? Then that's going to go into the back of Murphytown and Dundastown, which is very hard for us to contain because it's in the bush. So these are all legitimate questions, and, we need some of this done. I mean, even with government, with some of the crown land, I know they just let the bush grow up. I know it's a natural, when a fire takes place, to burn out and new growth comes. I understand all that. But as I said to people on the Facebook videos, I said, people, please, if you live and you have bush up to the back of your house, even if it is crown land, at least clear a 10 or 20 so it doesn't come right up to your property line. Because that's when your house can catch on fire, or if you have big trees or things like that. So, but some of these areas have to be cleaned out, and you need to have proper fire breaks pushed around certain settlements like Spring City, Sweetens Village, even in the back of Murphytown and Dundastown. On some areas, you could put, you can put a fire break, but you need the assistance of government. And then this gets back to our inefficiencies of government responding, because, and I don't want to blast our MP for it, because, you know, he was in contact with me, and I believe that he will do the fire break around certain areas, but there has to be a fund or something that government can draw on when you have cases of emergencies like this, that we can call the heavy equipment, because local government doesn't have $8,000 or $10,000 to push a whole fire break. You know what I'm saying? We can only do so much.
I mean, the fire break, I continue to hear you talk about. I mean, is there any way the government can intervene and assist you guys, since you're still in the process of rebuilding some areas and dealing with the shanty towns, that moving forward we could design this and make sure it's incorporated?
Yeah, and I reached out to, like I said, I reached out to MP Pinder, but I also reached out to the Minister of Works, and I've yet to hear back from him. And you know who that is? That's Clay Sweden.
But man, listen here. You tell Clay he need to deal with Abaco as fast as he paved the Eastern Road. That was a week and a half.
The point being is,
so you know.
The point being is that, you know, if we can, at least you can authorize, you know, and get some of this stuff done, but not even a return phone call. That's what, you know, and that's what. Oh man, that's what bothers me.
Clay turning into Jerry Roker. Don't tell me that, man. Let's go to the phone lines real quick.
I'll send you the screenshot when I called them. You know, I have nothing to hide.
Let's go to the phone lines. Talking heads.
Hey, Lordy, what's going on?
What's happening?
Everything good, man. Russell, what's happening, man?
What's up? You all right?
Yeah, man. Everything good. Listen, congratulations on your re-election, man. You guys doing an awesome job, and I'll keep it up.
It wasn't real. It's my first time. My first time for a chairman over here, so it's a new post for me. Yeah.
So you pop your cherry.
I was gonna say it, and you did. You see, I was scared to say it, figuring I was going to Joker's Wild Mode, and here you come. Anyway, great minds. Go ahead. Oh, God.
Hey, but Russell, let me ask you a question. I know the immigration they had a great presence of demolishing some shanty towns. How is the Haitian population? How are they moving now, seeing that they're on the ground? I mean, are they still visible? Are they still, you know?
And I'll be honest with you, I've not seen much immigration recently. I know they were up here when they were doing the raids in the shanty towns, and then afterwards. But pretty much a lot of the people in what they call the Gaza have dispersed more out through all of Abaco, and even some are building. There's new houses going back up on some of that agricultural land where we're actually fighting fires right now. You have some houses springing up in there. So in reality, what it did is it just took them from one central location, and now it's more dispersed throughout all of, you know, I'll say South and North Abaco.
So, I mean, do you think this made the situation worse now, because they now, from what I'm being hearing, they're now dispersing in smaller groups?
Right.
At one time we had one large community, so they're now dispersing in smaller groups. So
it makes it worse to a certain extent, because then now, you know, like you said, they're spread out. They're all over the place. So where before it might have been just one place, now it might be, you know, 15 or 20 different places they're in. You know, it's really hard to say. But yes, when that was knocked down, they all dispersed through the central area, and even as far as north and going as far as south, you know. But I don't think it was, I think the plan that they had with knocking them down, and I've said this, I give him credit for knocking down the houses, but I think it should have been a more threefold project than just knocking down houses. You know, it's finding out who's there, knocking them down, removing the debris, making sure the ones that are here on work permits are, you know, that their employers are contacted, you know. So it's a multifold thing that should have been done, and it's just like they came in and knocked the houses down and then left.
and most importantly, arrest the illegals.
Correct. But one thing about the illegals, for some reason, they know when immigration is coming. You know, it's unfortunate, but they know, so they disperse. They go into the bush, and you can't find them.
I'll hang up, and I'll continue to listen. And Roscoe, I'll call you as soon as the show over to talk to you on a personal note.
All right, my friend.
All right,
take care.
Let's get to the other call, Mr. Producer. Talking heads.
Yeah, bless up. What's going on, Naughty?
52, but you good, man? My mind run on you the other day. I said, but I heard from 52 in a minute, man. Everything good with you? And the farm good?
Yeah, I know, but good. But, you know, right you're hanging in through the king.
Yeah, but you're still on two legs, breathing God good there and fighting the fight. That's what I get.
You know, sometimes, sooner or later, you got to go, you know. You're hanging in for my children, right?
Right.
And so, the thing is about me, what I want, only the Almighty can give me. That's long life, health, and strength. You know, man can give me that.
Correct.
Bless up. So what's popping, Roscoe? Well, anyhow, I was here. Listen to me. What I'm saying is, you know, Roscoe said they can't find them, right? But you know, I know what Roscoe means. But you know, with me, in the age of technology or technology, right? And what's in the armamentario, they could send a drone and go lock up people and do other things. Then they could do the same thing. But it seems to me as if, you see, the conversation about the Haitian migrants is nothing personal. It's just that the governments, respectively, have been allowing them to get away with all type of foolishness. They have not even fined one person for squatting, building illegally without permits, and nothing, okay? They come here, they apply for work permits here. Now, the question is, I have an illegal question to ask. Why can't they just admit that Governor DeSantos embarrassed all of them by simply passing a shantytown bill or act in which just make it simply illegal to squat on land? I mean, that one is over, so we don't care how you disperse and how sporadic you become. Come on, man, this is a no-brainer. I tired being a complainer. You know, Lang asked me a little earlier, what should I do? You know what we should do? Man, come on, look like the Beamer people got a riot because, I mean, this is a losing battle. We could be able to continue to be treated like cattle while these pompous jokers sit around eating dog food, right? And puffing up their belly and looking down at us with contempt every day and living up to taxpayers. This is ridiculous. It's sickening. They cannot know God. They know themselves and their rapacious belly. That's what they know. Bless up.
Yes, 52. Always good to hear from you. And sound like you're doing well. Glad to know you're hanging in and hanging strong. But yeah, Roscoe, I mean...
And Naughty, he's correct.
He's absolutely right. Unfortunately, we had a tragic situation last week. A young man, another murder victim, found off the road in bushes, you know what I mean, in his truck. But they found it by the use of what? Drones. So the same way you can take aerial footage of that and get into a crime scene and start to solve a murder, you can send a drone up to find illegals that are squatting in bushes off the road.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
And I will say this, North, and I agree with you. You can do that. I mean, that is great. But see, a lot of these people I know about that. So I know there's a couple going south that some of the domes were, you know, taken and put in the bush. And I've told you this before. They painted them green. So when you look down from a drone, it's very hard to see because they're in the bush. They're not clearing out big pieces of property now anymore. They're using the foliage
as camouflage.
So it's difficult, but that I agree. Listen, that's why I said it was a multifold project where, you know, the illegals should have been taken in. When you put a 28-day notice up on the house to come down, the illegals already know that you're coming back, so they're going to vacate. You know, that's my point. You know, that should have been done where they had it. You know, it could have been done a little more secretively, I guess.
Hit us back, call. I was just about to take your call. Hit me back. No, I mean, now it gets to the point where they're working the camouflage and so on and so forth. So obviously, you know, they're kicking it up we need to kick it up to the next level.
Right.
Naughty and Roscoe.
And I agree with that whole.
Sorry to cut you off.
Hey.
No, my bad. I started to read this text. I didn't know you were finishing your point. My bad.
Naughty, I was.
All right, Naughty, we say majority rules, right? What happens when our southern borders Naughty, we say that majority rules, correct?
What happens when our southern brothers become the majority here in the Bahamas?
Exactly.
Oof.
I mean, I have no problem with legal migration.
Correct.
Listen to that. Legal. I have
I
a
support
problem
it too.
with illegal.
If anybody wants to leave where they come from to come here and build this country and make it a better place and have a better life and be a productive member of society and adhere to our rules and regulations and live with us, no problem. But if you come in to tear down, take advantage, and kick us in the butt on your way somewhere else, no, we got to hold on. And you can't be displacing Bahamians in the process either.
No, and you can't be coming here to take advantage of our public school system.
Correct.
Our social
Hospitals.
services, our health care. If you're coming into this country legally and you're coming in for, as on a work permit, as I've said before many times over, your employer is responsible for your housing. Your employer is responsible for your NIB. So that's where the government, I think, to a certain extent, dropped the ball because they know who are on work permits. They know who has here. And they should have targeted some of those people.
Let's get to this phone call real quick because we're running out of time almost. Talking Heads.
Buddy, you hear me?
I can hear you now. What's going on?
Listen, man, you all know why. Who telling the people, man? All in the Department of Immigration is persons who are legalized Asian Bahamians. You understand? I'm telling you. Living next to certain people, I saw 2 female immigration officers coming out of this apartment. 2 of their parents can't speak a lick of English. You understand? So the problem lies within the Department of Immigration itself. You understand? You tell it, if you're Bahamian, like that's treason, man, to me. You understand? I said, all y'all supposed to be Bahamian. You understand? So y'all supposed to be looking out for Bahamian. If you're all informing persons or whatever, telling them that, immigration coming for you all when you all know. You understand? They coming. Everybody know they coming. And they telling them they coming for them. So they ain't going to be there when they come. It's an integral problem we have in the Bahamas right now. And it ain't going to get no better because they already integrated into all these government agencies. You understand what I'm saying? How can we get past that?
Yeah, that's a way you have to look at it too. That you have to genuinely look at it. We are a small place. We are a small country, and you could have a situation like that.
It's happening.
But now does that mean is the system compromised? Yea or nay?
The system is compromised.
We need to do the investigation to officially find out if it is.
That's what I'm saying. The director of immigration is required to check all of his officers, see who their parents are, all of this type of stuff. I cannot for the life of me imagine how you can employ somebody whose parents don't have status. You understand what I'm saying? How can you employ a person to a government agency if their parents don't have status in this country? That means they are illegally. I correct or I incorrect?
No, I mean, repeat what you said. I was just about to take this other call.
Parents don't have any status.
Correct.
Right? They born here. Are they Bahamian citizens?
All of them need to get naturalized. All of them need to get started.
Exactly. So they need to start from there. All these people been here. I've been saying this for years and years. If I was in primary school, like I said, I went to Carmichael Primary, man. You've been seeing this happening. It's over 42 years old now, man. No administration has dealt with this problem. And they continue to let it go and go and go. I can tell you right now, at least 40% of this country is Haitian Bahamian. You understand? At least. And I being optimistic. You feel me? When I go on the road and I walking around, all I can hear is Creole. I said I need to go learn Creole, man, and start taking some French classes. I can at least know a little bit. Because this could be this the future of the Bahamas. English and Creole.
And I agree with you, Kohler. That's one thing that the successive governments should focus on in previous is the naturalization, and that does not mean you have to give them the right to vote. But what it does mean is you could give them permanent residency, you could naturalize them only, So there's ways around that you can. It doesn't mean that they come here, they get the right to vote.
Exactly.
But
they need to respect our flag and our country as well.
Right.
Ain't nowhere else in the world you go around carrying on saying this and use that. Only in America or probably Canada. But everywhere else in the world, if you're a citizen of that country, or you have to respect that country laws and abide by their rules. That's what you have to do.
All right, I got time to get one more call in here, man. Caller, good stuff.
All right, buddy.
All right, now hold on, Roscoe. Let me get this one text in. The current PM is the first Bahamian of Haitian descent to be leader of this nation. I am you and you are me. Don't forget that, Naughty and Roscoe. Naughty, there was a text message from an individual talking about Bahamians not wanting to have babies and being outnumbered 5-1. If that individual is a naturalized Bahamian, their Bahamian passport should be seized and they should be deported. Their statement is tantamount to insurrection. And last one, Naughty, the farm was not touched during the so-called demolition, and the farm is expanding. They were leaving the farm during the exercise, and as soon as they knew the government wasn't going down there, they moved back down there. I can see them every morning in Treasure Key without permits.
And which is true. And I'm today in the back there, I saw houses popping up that I hadn't seen before.
Roscoe, you got a couple of minutes because we got a couple of calls and we got this text and we got to get to the news. But if you got a couple, we'll go over into the 5 o'clock, all right? We'll go over into the 5 o'clock for the first 10, 15.
You sure Pearly won't be mad?
Man, Pearly can chime in. We got lots to talk about, but we'll take it over for about 10 minutes into the 5 o'clock hour and let you get this statement out and deal with these couple of callers, all right? We'll continue the Monday, May 6th edition of Talking Heads right after this. News is coming up. Don't touch it.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Nice to meet you, Jazz. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm an independent 27-year-old manager who wants her own home with her own rules.
Sounds good. I'll help.
The go-getter with big plans, and we've been keeping you in mind. Follow your goal home with a mortgage from CIBC Caribbean, and don't bother about your home insurance, as we'll help with that and more. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more info. Conditions apply.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Is it a burger?
No. Is it pizza?
Come on, man, it's KFC. Whatever the crunch this is, it's delicious. New, the Kentucky Pizza Sandwich. Crispy chicken topped with marinara sauce, mozzarella, and pepperoni. Order your pizza sandwich now at kfcnassau.com or at your favorite KFC restaurant today. It's new, and it's finger-licking good.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Talking Heads, the Monday, May 6th edition continues right now. I got Roscoe Thompson wrapping things up in Abaco. We also got Pearlie joining us. What's going on, Pearlie?
I'm right here, my brother. I'm right here enjoying. I had a wonderful, wonderful room sweeping weekend. You know, we'll talk about that later, I'm sure.
Yes, I know those Atlanta Braves, buddy. I tell you, boy, ain't nothing like having bragging rights in the household as a father, boy, when you can rub it in your progeny face, boy. It's a beautiful thing.
My son don't even want to speak to me right now. Won't even answer me. I said, that's all right. Let's go buy the broom.
Listen, I have my guilty confession. Cowboys at the playoffs. You remember that debacle, right? But boy, when them Ravens went home, guess who was right here to say, hey, son, come on over to the Losers Lounge. Come on over.
You know, I do Muff like that the other day. I say, Muff, what you drinking again? Because we got a seat right between me and Naughty.
Now, the problem is this season, the Cowboys play Baltimore in Dallas, so we go into that game, and God knows if they beat us, that could be a long flight home, I can tell you that.
I'm there.
I may as well sit on the ring. But anyway, Pearlie, you know, we're talking to the new chairman of South and Central Abaco, you know, for the Free National Movement.
I need to get the new chairman very shortly. He will be hearing from me. I would need his assistance in something that's coming up.
So there you have it there, Roscoe. You hear that?
My friend, you know how to reach out to me, Pearlie.
Now, we were just letting things wrap up. I'm just wanting Roscoe to end his thought on this because this was a good point. And then we got two calls that have been holding patiently that we'll get to. We'll wrap them up, and then Pearlie and I will get into the sports. But just let me repeat the text. Naughty, the farm was not touched during the so-called demolition. The farm is expanding. They were leaving the farm during the exercise, and as soon as they knew the government wasn't going down there, they moved back down there. I can see them every morning in Treasure Key without permits. That's where you were. I'm going to let you wrap that thought up there, Roscoe.
No, I mean, Naughty, that farm has not been touched. I think they're now concentrating on Eleuthera. I don't know if anything's even happened in Eleuthera yet. In that regards, but no, the farm was not touched, and neither was the homes built on agricultural land that a Bahamian allowed, you know, houses to be erected. That hasn't been dealt with either.
So we still at that impasse there. So does it make sense to what the text is saying that they could possibly go and be in between the farm and new locations?
They could, yes. That there's no doubt in my mind that there are people from what they call the Gaza, you know, now operating or living back out at the farm. That would not surprise me. And again, that's agricultural land. So, you know, I don't know if that's different from Crown land, if that's why the minister hasn't touched it yet.
All right, and the last question I have for you is in regards to the diesel leak. What's the latest on that? We've had a few texters chime in on that as well.
I see that it looks like they're pumping out all the tanks. So it looks like work is underway to resolve that. You know, a month later, I see a big tanker there. Well, not a tanker, but a big empty. I guess it's a 3,000 or 5,000 gallon tank, maybe more, pumping out. Looks like they're pumping out the gasoline right now. It's still got a slight leak in the harbor, you know, with it coming through the drains, but in that regards, at least that they're, you know, taking steps now to rectify it.
All right. Well, Roscoe, I appreciate you chiming in, and I wanted to wrap things up because I didn't want it to end right there short in front of the news, but I appreciate you chiming in. Congratulations again. Obviously, we'll chat again next Monday. And you can bring us up to snuff. We'll still keep an eye on certain things, but I'm sure we'll have some other questions for Abaco by next week.
All right, my brother. Y'all have fun talking sports on this next hour. Thank you again, Naughty. God bless. Appreciate you. God bless the Bahamas. And more so, God bless the great island of Abaco.
There you go.
Have a good day.
Amen. Amen, I say.
Amen.
All right, good stuff. I appreciate you, Roscoe. Pearlie, we'll take this first break right now and get it out of the way. Then you and I jump back on and we'll talk sports. We have to talk world relays. We got to talk baseball. And we got to talk some off-season football moves. And we got to talk some NBA and get some picks lined up for the night. So we got a lot to cover. And it'll all be going down on the flip side of the break as we talk sports right here on the Monday, May 6th edition of Talking Heads, which continues right after this.
Are you ready for the best of the best sound promotion? And Guardian Radio presents the best of the best Rake and Script Explosion Concert. Mark your calendars for May 11th as Super Club Breezes grounds ignite with Bahamian talent featuring KB, Gino D, Funky D, Veronica Bishop, The Brylanders, Avi, Elon Moxie, and Shine 242. Join the Falcons, Iron Storm, Dovi Pierre, Johnny Cake, Mama D, Nishi LS, Pat Ramis, Stevie S, and Shad Colley and the VIPs for an electrifying night of music and culture. Tickets are flying, so grab yours now. Available online at BahamaZTickets.com or swing by the Beauty Shack on Soldier Road and Carmichael Road. This is the event of the year. The best of the best Rake and Scrape Explosion at Breezes Resorts. Gates open at 6 p.m. Don't miss out on the Bahamian magic.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. Hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
The Grand Bahama News is available every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. You can buy your local paper at Freeport Convenience Stores, Western Bakery, DeGregory's Fine Foods, and Bellevue Gifts. Now is the time to reach your Grand Bahama Market with affordable packages, including print and digital. Call GB News Sales Representative Kavandre at 822-6717 or message him on WhatsApp for ad rates. Classified ads are now available every Tuesday as well. Keep up with everything Grand Bahamian every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. Make Mother's Day one to remember with a delightful Mother's Day brunch valued at $300 courtesy of Haagen-Dazs and Fun Foods Wholesale. It's simple. Just head over to Lickety Split or Super Value locations and purchase a pint of your favorite Haagen-Dazs ice cream for just $8.99. After purchasing, don't forget to write your full name and number on the back of your receipt and drop it into any entry box at the store. You're now in the running for our grand prize drawing, taking place on May 10th. Hurry, this offer ends soon. Happy Mother's Day from Haagen-Dazs. Promotion ends May 8th.
Mothers are the heart of our homes, the soul of our memories, and the guiding light through life's journeys. Show your love with a gift from Kelly's House and Home's Mother's Day sale, Friday, May 3rd through Saturday, May 11th. Enjoy 20% off selected dinnerware, glassware, luggage, silk flowers, and picture frames, except on net items. One lucky person can win a gift basket for Mother's Day. Visit our Facebook page for more information. Kelly's House and Home's Mother's Day sale, May 3rd through 11th. Happy Mother's Day, all with love from Kelly's House and Home.
We're back at you on the Monday, May 6th edition of Talking Heads. Now, Purdy, we got to do this rapid fire because I got an awesome overreaction Monday with Rich Eisen taking us home, talking about that Tom Brady roast. If you have not seen the Tom Brady roast, my brother, indulge and enjoy the Tom Brady roast. You hear me?
I heard Eli Manning said he wanted to join the roast, but he didn't want to roast
Jeffrey Ross was absolutely, man, oh man, as a comedian, brilliant.
Is it on YouTube?
I can send you a link. I'll get you a link if you can't find it.
Watch that. I heard about it. I won't watch it. Send that to me. I'll watch it.
And Cat Williams had a new Netflix special this weekend, too, Off the Chain as well.
Okay. All right.
All right. So I just want...
I'm so busy watching my Dodgers beat the Braves. You know, I was just...
We got to make the magic happen in 22 minutes starting now, okay? Off the top.
All right.
And I expect people to chime in and call in on this. Let me go on record and say, listen, awesome job at the World Relays on several levels. All right? Went there, well out, like some people trying to say, but it was well attended, both days.
So my question would be, how many of those were bought tickets? How many were free tickets giveaway? Because I knew somebody who had 25 tickets in their hand they were giving away, asked them to give away. A lot of tickets were given away.
I understand all of that.
That's fine with me. I just want the stadium full. That's fine. I have no problem with that.
That comes with the diagnostic portion of it. You know what I mean? And there's still some questions that has to be asked in that regard. But I'm saying from the eye test, okay, was attended well, didn't have any incidents, no fights, no foolishness.
That's good. Wonderful.
It was good to see a lot of kids that I've coached in baseball and in other disciplines around the stadium having a good time, being able to mingle amongst each other. The track, for the most part, for the race portion of it, looked very good. I liked how they had the platforms with the different runners running out to their lanes and so on and so forth. So, yes, there's multiple things that needs to be commended on this. All right? If we keep it at 100 like what we do on this show. However, there are also some questions that need to be asked that are glaring. And I mean, that rightfully so, they should be asked.
Fair enough.
I feel should have an exit meeting with all the parties who are involved to address some of the problems that they occurred. And I've heard horror stories that came out. Now, allegedly, Devin Charlton got her credentials at the very last minute. Frantic that she didn't have credentials. This is allegations that I'm hearing. In addition to that, we had the wrong flag raised for Botswana, allegedly. I'm investigating that. But as you know, in certain African countries, you let that happen foreign, that's considered treason when you get back home.
Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, but I mean, bottom line, Audie, I put in for my media accreditations and never ever got a response from them. Never.
Wow.
Up until Friday, I'm checking. So, oh, you should pass by and check. I said no. I was told. I put in my application was accepted. It said it's been submitted. This does not mean you've been approved. You will get an email later approving it.
Well,
I got the email. I got an email from Chris Sanders telling me this is the media guidelines, which I know, that's fine. But I never got my accreditation. No kind of answer from them. None. So I'm taking it as a political thing.
Right. And I paid my way. So it wasn't no thing.
It wasn't that. I was invited. I was told you should, you Naughty do the show. You should come and do it so you can do it. I wanted to come get.
But hold on. Now my problem is with them is this. You get an invitation and they say you and Naughty do the show. Whoever that was, tell them they're already in my doghouse because they ain't lined this thing up right. And I ain't get no phone call. And I ain't get no invitation.
No, the person told me and you together. I don't know if you heard him, but they told, why don't you guys apply for your media accreditation? And you said, okay. And I said, okay. And I went and did it.
Anyway.
Yeah, we were both invited together. I'm not going to show my friend. We were both invited together.
But at the end of the day, I kind of had a feeling.
But the bottom line is, I never got any kind of, and even if you decline it, email me and tell me it declined, so I know that. But it's an insult to me as a co-host with you, as to the top sports talk show in the country, that we did not get accredited.
Well, I can tell you, since you want to put it that way, if you want to talk politics, if you noticed, we did a promotion here at The Guardian promoting that. Everybody needed to appear on the show.
Yes.
They never appeared on a Thursday with you. They never appeared with me. They let the slot blank.
Yes, I know.
I'm wondering if the podiatrist who has a sports talk show in his own might have been in his feelings. And I can leave that just like that.
I promoted it. I talked it up. I encouraged people to be a part of it.
We're professionals. We did what we had to do. Nothing, no shame. Like right now.
The thing about it is, two things I don't do. I don't mix church. I don't mix religion and politics, and I don't mix sports and politics.
Correct.
I have a major problem with that.
So at the end of the day, I look at it and I say there were some things to be commended for sure, but there's other things that we have to think. And now here comes the elephant in the room. How we end up with a team of Haiti/Bahamas. And I've heard a multitude and a myriad of stories. The BS is thick on this. But how so? In my opinion, if other countries were doing it during this race under the guise of qualifications, that's one thing. If we were doing it under the guise of qualifications, then let it be stated ahead of time so it wouldn't come as a shock, considering the volatility of that.
You cannot put two countries together to qualify. For what?
Okay, so I'm just going over some of the things that came out. You hear what I'm saying? Gesture of goodwill, so on and so forth. And if you're going to go there, shouldn't it read Bahamas/Haiti if you're going to go that route, since it is here on our soil? That's one. It shouldn't have got to that point, in my opinion, because aesthetically, from a PR standpoint, the fallout on this going to be horrible. And look where it is right now.
Like I say, I don't mix politics with sports.
Let's go to the phone. Let's go to the phones real quick. Talking Heads.
A blessed good afternoon, sir.
What's happening, Sparky?
I'm a little upset, just like you.
And Sparky, be very careful the spin you put on this, because you know I saw you out there both days. Go ahead.
I know, and I'm naughty. You know how I get.
So don't make me call BS if I got to now. Go ahead.
I'm naughty, you know I get started. It was a pleasure seeing you walk in there right after Pearly Poppy. I was surprised because I just sat down, and I don't know if you noticed, first of all, I'd like to thank two Defense Force officers that when I got there with my walker, was trying to figure out how was I going to get upstairs now. You make this big stadium, but you don't think about old people that you're going to get. All of us going to get old one day. But now you come to the stadium to the elevator, and you got steps, and somebody's in a wheelchair. They don't have no ramps. How are you going to get up steps with a wheelchair or a walker? But two gentlemen on the Defense Force, apparently somebody said, that's Sparky. And two guys came down there, they lifted me up, and then a friend of mine bought my walker behind me.
Well, you know they know that's Sparky because of this show, right? So see how Talking Heads got you hooked up too?
And then the thing is, they sat me right in the front aisle. This man, only the railings in the front of me. So I could sit down, and they put the walker behind me. And then after that, you Pearly walked in. You walked in and gave me that little eyeball bucket handshake. And then the games began, and then things started to go a little foolish, because what I don't understand is you got me as a crippled senior citizen in the front aisle. Now, there's a senior lady with her children on the side of me. The event starts. They will leave their seat to run to the rail and stand in front of me. Who can't stand up to watch the meet pass me? Because she got her children on herself standing up to the rail now, and she got out her seat. And then I ran hell, she won't cuss me to tell me I got the right to get up if I want to. She going to watch the meet. I said, nah, but you're doing that to a senior citizen. And then you're teaching your children to do the same thing. And wonder how we get the way they are in our country. And then I look up on the screen and I found out that I'm a Haitian man. And I
you have a right to watch the meet. They have a right to watch the meet. They have a seat to sit in their seat, not to stand in front of you.
You see?
I'm not looking for any. They're trying to be an Haitian man in the House Assembly. But they're the handmaids are.
All right, breathe.
The handmaids in the Bahamas.
Breathe, Sparky, breathe. We got you. We got your point. Go drink a nice cold brown bottle and breathe. Musa. Two things that came out of that. One, Sparky, you ain't telling no lie. Where he was sitting was the lower level, you know what I mean, right by the rail. You see what I'm saying, Pearly? And they did put him in access to the exit, so if he did have to leave, he had the clearest path to go. So that was a good job by them putting him there. However, there was a myriad of people just standing up in front of those seats, not moving.
Yeah, but you pay for your seat, sit in your seat and watch from your seat. If that was in any other stadium around the world, the security to put your
I'm going to tell you, move, go to your seat, move your bungie. Exactly. That's exactly what they would have done. Me and you go to a Dodger game, a baseball game, a football game. We stand up in their minds, you know what they could do? Tell us to go to our seats.
Exactly.
And if we keep coming back and congregating there, you know what they could do? Put us at the stadium.
Exactly.
All right, so I have to say, yeah, that there was good in that. There was some instances where people were just standing up and just like, could you move? You make a better door than the window.
So what happened to the ushers and stuff that they had supposed to have there that would guide you?
They had them by the entrance. They had them by the entrance as you come through to get ticket information, and they were sorted with the ticket information they gave out for the most part, you know. Okay. But you had to find your seat. Let's get to this other call real quick. Talking that.
Hey, Naughty and Freddie.
Hey, what's going on, Pumpkin Eater?
Yeah, I got 2 points here. But the first one is, we get rid of this one. What's the wheelchair access?
There appeared to be some areas where there was wheelchair access, Pumpkin Eater. I don't know how much access it was throughout the stadium, but I did in some areas, and there was ramps to get up to certain portions of it. And if I'm not mistaken, I did see 1 or 2 folks in a wheelchair already in the stadium watching.
Oh, that sounds good. The second one,
Now you know I got the handicap, Pumpkin Eater. You know how I roll. You know I got you up.
Yeah, I know you got me. Now, the second point is, that first game, you say Chris Sanders had a communication, right?
I think that's who. I think that's who sent the correspondence to Purdy.
I remember the very first game. I watched it on ESPN. You remember that?
Correct.
What happened to? They say this thing is international. Why was that broadcast on the number one sports network, ESPN, and other sports?
That's a very good point, Punkanita. I have to find out exactly where we were broadcast to. I know there was track and field coverage from networks that specify in track and field.
I can tell you for sure. It's only broadcast through the Flow Network.
Okay.
And the Caribbean. But the first one, you could go back in history, and Purdy could justify this. I watch it too. I justify it. It was broadcast on ESPN under the Christie's government.
If I'm not mistaken, these were on Peacock, I think, on CNBC or one of the NBC affiliates on Peacock, if I'm not mistaken.
That's on it. You got to stream that.
Correct. That's a streaming service.
I thought it was streaming that we got to pay for. I thought it was free.
Well, Rev did full coverage here locally, but not internationally. Rev did great coverage here locally. But I know you're talking about. I'm talking about Antennas, but I think you're talking about the international component.
Right. What I'm saying, they're talking about we getting international coverage for tourism. If you're going to get international coverage for tourism around the world, it should be under how Christie government had it on ESPN. That's
if you can get a broadcast strike, got to deal with one of the big boys. I agree. What say you, Purdy?
No. What you got to understand is Peacock is an affiliate, is the sports affiliate for NBC. So Peacock will have those kind of things. And see, you got to understand, Peacock, Sportsnet, USA, and others are huge in the United States. Because you and I know, but the free stuff, we can make the noise. But Americans, trust me, millions would have seen it on Peacock because they have a huge following.
But hear me out. You don't hear me out. Not hear me.
Yes, let me just interject this. Since the first one to now, if you look at ESPN's coverage, they've gone away from track and field. That's not a strong platform or sport and discipline on their network. They've moved track and field for other sports disciplines. That's why
it was not on NBC Sports or CBC.
No, but that's why if you look, like Purdy was trying to tell you, if you look at the Peacock network, that deals with sports. And not just in the United States, it's Canada and it's global. So when you tune into Peacock to watch baseball, basketball, football, track and field, you're getting it on a platform that's international. You get it United States, you get it Canada, you get it Europe. So that's on a streaming service. So now
traditional way of looking at and broadcasting have gone now to social media.
And remember, ESPN is owned by ABC, so maybe ABC might take some of that track and field coverage since it's an Olympic year, because they're famous for that more over than ESPN.
You can go on the IAAF website, and they have replay on that.
Yeah, I know. I just said, you can go on YouTube and get it replay.
But I get the crux of your...
You got part of my point, right?
Track and field is huge in Europe and Asia. It is not as big in the United States as it is in Europe. So
what, the broadcast on EU? Let me ask this question before I go. What's the broadcast on EU? You know it's EU, right? EU Sports.
I'm not sure. It probably was, if not...
No, it was. Check it out. You can check it out. I started to be corrected. It was the last one was broadcast on EU Sports.
Again, that was the very first one, and we went all out to promote it.
If we going to talk about it, the thing is to just continue not to go backward, always go forward and better.
Yeah, but you gotta also understand
you never sing on national anthem, right? You sing on national anthem?
You also got to mix things up. Understand this? That was not a Bahamas event. That was an IAAF event held in the
Bahamas. But I'm trying to say the IAAF, the point.
No, but Pumpkin, I hear your point, but let me just bring a little clarity to this, all right?
Okay.
Yes, the first one was on ESPN. ESPN has gone programming-wise away from track and field. ABC owns ESPN. If there's any track and field, you'll probably see it on ABC. MSNBC, CNBC, and Peacock is the sports division of NBC, and they cover more of the international events. The point that you're trying to make, and which I agree with, is on the next one, we need to have an international contract in hand for promotion so that they can take the Bahamas to the world. Not only it be an expense and a burden on us, but we get some revenue money from these networks to film and broadcast the event properly. Not
And the
saying that
next
Rev or
one-
ZNS didn't, but now we take it to an international level on a quality carrier with a deal
Right.
that's already cut. And you don't do it for 1 year. If you know this is going to be like every year,
Yeah, right.
then you have it a 5-year contract, and you stadium can make money in return.
And I know that
But,
me, you
Donnie,
need to be on the
hold
next
on.
one. We need to be
Listen, we talking-
giving out advice on the
we
next one.
understand what
Pretty
it is.
mate.
All right, I can let Pumpkin. We can let you go because I got another call. We got to wrap. But I can let Pearly
be on the
answer
next
you.
one. Not even you got to be on the next one.
All right, no problem. Go ahead, Pearly.
Listen to me carefully. This the business. You see, we keep mixing things up, and I understand as we as behemoths, we want to see this. Those places, they're in the business of selling airtime. That's what they do. They sell airtime. They're gonna buy things that they can resell and make their money back. Outside of the Olympics, the World Track and Field Championship may be the only other thing that gets any kind of major play on a major network. Outside of that, no other meet gets it, other than outside of Europe. So I'm not knocking what as Pumpkin wants, but I think they understand that it's a money thing, and if they ain't gonna make the money off it, they ain't gonna buy the rights.
All right, we got to make this real quick, Pearly. All right, here we go. Naughty, I had the same issue with people coming down the railing from the back to block people's views who paid for platinum seats. This should have been policed by security and not left up to seat holders to argue with unauthorized people blocking a platinum seat view. We paid $150 to get a good seat. Some of these people were blockers who were workers who clearly only got the worker pass as a favor so they could move about as some special access guest and get up close to the action. Interesting. All right, let me take this one last call, Pearly, and then we got to get to the picks because we got to get to the break. And you know, Rich Eisen taking us home today with a great overreaction Monday. Talking heads.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Skilla? Make it as quick as you can, brother.
We can make it quick. Really, what's going on? Listen, I just called the correct Pumpkin. Last year when they had that on ESPN, they didn't have no international sports going on. They had hockey on ESPN yesterday, and they had basketball, and they had what another sports was. They was dealing with
Kentucky Derby too.
Right,
Kentucky Derby and baseball.
And they was dealing with the thing with what it named too.
The Formula One.
And what they had Miami, the car race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Formula One car race. Yes.
And I was proud to see Larry.
That's why they couldn't put it on those stations yesterday and Saturday.
All right.
But
and every one of those sports get higher ratings than track and field in the United States.
Correct. All right, Skilla. I so we can talk more. All right,
Yes,
be
sir.
safe now. But Pearly, yeah, gotta real quick congratulate Larry Demerit, trainer of West Saratoga.
Yes.
Even though West Saratoga came 12th, beautiful horse, great run. Still 2 more legs to go. You got the Preakness and the Belmont, and let's see what he could do in that.
It is tremendous, and it's a great thing to see a behemoth that's training a horse in the Kentucky Derby. That is the creme of the creme of horse racing.
Yeah, you know,
we reach.
I was very proud considering
today. We reach.
Considering the amount of racehorses that my grandpa K.M. Thompson owned, and champions at that at Hobby Horse Hall.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to know the legacy of the Kentucky Derby, the Belmont, and the Preakness, part of it being our family watching it year in and year out, and knowing people in Kentucky and breeders and so on, it was great. I was very proud on multiple levels, man. I was
Yeah, man,
really,
you got
really
to be
proud.
proud of him. Hats off.
I can't
Good job,
lie.
Larry.
Little tear trickled down my eye. Won't lie.
I used to cry, baby. You cry.
I'm emotional, man. What can I say? Let's go to the phone lines. Real men can deal with that and cry in public.
Amen.
It's not
I
a
say
problem.
Amen.
All right, call and make it quick because we got to get to the break. Who's this?
We don't hate you. You're just naughty by nature.
What you got, GNN? What's good, brother?
Listen, instead of Pumpkin worrying about them people calling us Haitian behemoth, he worrying about broadcast. And he know that was well broadcasted. And what he needs to worry about is up to 2 fastest people in the world on the first and the second list.
On that note, GNN, you can call me tomorrow so we can talk that, but I'm running out. But yeah, that's a good point. We need tomorrow show to talk, but that one, no.
Yeah, man.
All right, be
Yeah, we
safe.
do.
All right.
Early tomorrow.
All right, Pearly, let's go. Let's jump on into the picks real quick because we got a couple of NBA games tonight, and your Dodgers did a wonderful thing, man. Enjoy the bragging rights in the home, man.
It was great. It was great.
That's Doc.
It was super.
That's Doc who like them Braves, hey.
Yeah, Trey's a big. Yeah, he's a big
Doc,
man. He ducking me.
Doc, prescribe yourself a painkiller or two, or maybe some Pepto. I don't think you need a painkiller. I need some Pepto or Gravel. I hear you got the belly.
I tell him get a broom, but he ain't get the broom yet.
And when you play my Yankees, you can get your things again too. You gotta come see Uncle too.
And then my good friend Teddy Smeaton ducking too. He wouldn't even answer his phone.
No, for God's sake. He ducking for more reasons than one, but them Braves top of the list for sure. I can leave that like that.
Know.
All right. I like the Knicks to get it done against the Pacers tonight. I like them in the money line, Pearly.
I like them at the points. I think they can beat them. I like them, and I taking the points.
And I won money on the weekend with the Timberwolves plus 4.5. So heck, why not? Give me the Timberwolves plus the 6.5 as they go up 2-0 tonight on Denver.
I'm going to take Denver on the points, but I think the Wolves can still win in Denver. Denver in major problem because Minnesota ain't getting back home to lose so
the
much
broom
game.
coming out. Live by the broom, die by the broom.
Amen.
Slide into to Boston on Tuesday. I think Boston's well rested. I like Cleveland with the 11 points, but I like Boston to win the game, if that makes sense.
I like the same thing.
And I like Dallas plus the 3.5 against OKC. OKC, man, listen, they're a different breed of animal. They play well on the road. They play even better at home. They're young. I'm going to go with them at home because they're rested in this with the money line. But I think this is going to be a tight 7-game series all the way around.
Let me ask you a good question. Somebody said they've never seen another player like Kobe and Michael Jordan, like they're saying in the kid out of Minnesota now. They said he is the real deal.
He was Pearly, let me tell you who he reminded me of. And if people allowed me to make the comparison with John Morant to Kobe and Iverson, with a little bit of Isaiah Thomas thrown in there, let me go on record and say what I saw from Anthony Edwards on the weekend was very Jordan-esque and very Mamba mentality-like. The mentality was of the Mamba, and the poetry in motion and just attacking the rim was Jordan-esque. Fearless.
But the difference with him and those is he does it with a smile on his face. Wow.
I'll tell you something right now.
Jumping you up and laughing at you. Jordan and Kobe come with their face screw up.
I'll tell you this now, Perry, as we go to the break. If the Lakers do full with LeBron and Bronny and J.J. Redick and everything, where did the Laker franchise start? In Minneapolis, in the 5 Lakes, right? I will get my jersey. You'll bring it back when you come. I swear, God. And on that note, let's go to the break. See you mañana, Pearly.
Adios, man. Adios, amigo.
Living with a neurological condition shouldn't define you. At Cleveland Clinic in Florida, we do whatever it takes to make life better today while discovering new treatments for a brighter tomorrow. From epilepsy management to specialized spine care and brain tumor surgery, we're delivering world-class neurology care for the day-to-day, for the days you live for every care in the world. Visit clevelandclinicflorida.org/Caribbean.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. Island Games is spicy and spicy you play. Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to play. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Is it a burger?
No. Is it pizza?
Come on, man, it's KFC. Whatever the crunch this is, it's delicious. New, the Kentucky Pizza Sandwich. Crispy chicken topped with marinara sauce, mozzarella, and pepperoni. Order your pizza sandwich now at kfcnassau.com or at your favorite KFC restaurant today. It's new and it's radical. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Maybe it's time to explore your options. There's no harm in reviewing your mortgage arrangement and considering a better deal. CIBC Caribbean can help you narrow your search and decide. Switch your mortgage to CIBC Caribbean and enjoy a special interest rate and help towards your switching cost. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more information. Conditions apply.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoeshome appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
It's a Monday. It's time for I do know that. It's time for Overreaction Monday. Hit it, please.
That was terrible. That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction Monday.
All right, Christopher, what do you have over there?
Hey guys, happy Monday. Everybody good?
I'm great.
Doing all right. Mikey, you good?
Yeah.
How was UFL this weekend?
It's great.
Nice. After seeing Belichick crush the roast and the ESPN stuff with Pat, every owner knows they messed up not hiring him this year.
Oh, man.
Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it.
I don't know. I'm the one who said when he didn't get any jobs that he would spend a year doing his thing in the media and completely whatever needs refurbishing in the mind's eye of any NFL owners that are looking for a coach, and they'll go get him if he wants a job. That the year off would reset properly for Belichick if he wants a job. I'm the one who said that.
It's already reset.
But I cannot say that him being able to take a Ring camera joke on Netflix.
That was a great joke.
By the way,
that was a good joke.
I don't deny it.
It's a great joke.
From Brady, yeah. I might add. I don't think that is going to cause an NFL owner to say, I want him now. Or I screwed up by hiring somebody else. I don't think their ownership in Seattle or even ownership in Atlanta for sure, where he was as close as any other spot to getting a job. I don't think Arthur Blank watched that roast last night or saw a couple clips of him on Pat at the draft and thought, man, I made a mistake with Raheem Morris.
Jerry Jones, Jeffrey Lurie.
I don't think there's a single owner that's sitting there thinking, I made a mistake.
Okay.
Let's see how the games get played. And obviously, Belichick will only continue dominating the airwaves in the manner in which he's already done so. But I'll say that's an overreaction at present, Chris.
All right, well, that doesn't bode well for this next one.
Okay. What else?
Tom Brady. We saw the personnel. He took it and dished it last night. This is going to bode well for his future on Fox, Mike. Tom Brady's going to have everyone saying Greg who on Fox this year.
Don't give Olsen that sort of treatment here.
I was still in roast mode.
No, I obviously, you clearly are.
Greg who?
I'm sure. Like, listen, I will buy this part of it, that Brady putting himself out there like this and having him take all the slings and arrows like this on his personal life in front of everybody and bring together all of his Patriots teammates. I mean, all the Bucks who were sitting in the back row.
They didn't say anything.
They didn't say a word.
They just hung out.
They hung out and watched the therapy session between Tom and his previous team and teammates play out. I think that bodes very well for him putting himself in the booth and being ready for that very, I think, difficult and specific broadcasting endeavor. I think that bodes well. But in terms of Greg who, I mean, I don't know what we haven't heard a single thing about what Greg Olsen's going to do in the fall.
Yeah, he was. Carissa posted the Fox retreat pic, and
was he there?
He was not in the photo. So he's kind of. I don't know if he's a free agent.
Is he in the role of Bledsoe? He's going to. Is he going to? He's going to roast Tom. Years from now, if Tom does it again.
Maybe. So
I don't know.
I haven't heard about Greg.
I'm not going to say that. People are going to say Greg who. I just wish you had.
I'm just having fun.
I understand you're doing that. You're still in roast mode. I get it.
I wrote that last night.
But I do think it bodes well for Tom's broadcasting career. That
everyone thought he was a robot. Yeah, he's got great personality, great sense of humor.
What else, Chris?
A couple actual football ones here.
Okay. Sold.
Jordan Love. Jordan Love's up for a new contract. He's eligible. Jordan Love's going to be the highest paid quarterback very soon. And Packers. NFC Championship game this year.
I don't think that's that first part. I don't know if he's going to be above Mahomes.
He's number one right now.
I think didn't Mahomes get redone in some way, shape, or form? I don't know. You got the internet in front of you.
I remember doing the segment.
You didn't research your overreaction Monday? You didn't think I would ask that question?
No, I just make
because I need to
statements
know
and then
what
you
the
react,
number
you know
is.
what I
I
mean?
don't think Jordan Love is in the position of he's getting his, that it's his turn. That it's his turn to get his, and suddenly he's in the mode of getting the most because he's up. I don't foresee that for some reason. So I don't think he's going to.
Joe Burrow gets the most cash this year.
I don't think he's going to be, and which is what?
65.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Okay, is he going to be top 5
But
at least?
leading how about this?
45 plus? For,
Becoming the
Jordan
highest
Love?
paid quarterback in the league is the less believed. I mean, we saw what they did last year.
Yeah.
And they've been through it now. And that final pass that Love threw to end their season was easily the worst throw he had maybe in months, in weeks. So you're just going to assume he's only going to get better, and the team just drafted well and is going to get better. I think they'll be overlooked because I think the Lions mania still exists, and rightfully so. But if I had to choose which one is the more overreaction, I'd say the highest paid quarterback than making the NFC Championship
Which
game.
is funny because you're all the whole, it's his turn philosophy.
I don't think he's in that mode. I just don't think. I don't think he's in that mode for some reason, and I don't think the Packers.
Well, they don't know.
I don't think the Packers usually do the it's your turn type stuff. They'll figure something out. Yeah. Do maybe a shorter term deal and say, hey, we're not going to make you the highest paid quarterback now, but we'll give you fewer years so you get to that next contract, and you can take us for all we're worth after that. And Mike, you might have to buy more fake stock so they can raise some revenue for it.
I'm ready. I work enough.
A reissue.
Another reissue. They might be coming for your money so you could pay for Jordan Love. We're going to make new pet rocks, everybody. The pet Green Bay Packers stock.
No.
The
The wait was like 3 days.
You guys,
honestly,
I got him.
At least, Mike, with a Cabbage Patch, you could play with the doll.
Yeah.
All right.
Talk to it.
What else, Chris?
TJ, we know this. When it happened, when we saw him run a 4-2-1, we're like, he's going to go in the first round. He's going to go to the Chiefs. And the dynasty just keeps going. Xavier Worthy is going to have more receiving yards this year than Tyreek Hill.
Oh, my God.
Tyreek Hill, okay, another year older. He was banged up at the end of the last year. We saw how the season ended. Now Odell is there.
Disrespect is real.
Xavier Worthy about to be the number one option for Patrick Mahomes this season.
They don't throw it enough. They don't throw it enough for that to happen.
Who doesn't throw enough?
The Chiefs. Chris, did you miss last year? Did you miss last year that they run it and play defense?
You know what I missed last year? The Chiefs having a reliable pass catcher other than 87. Guess who they got now? A guy that's the fastest dude in the league.
They had Rashee Rice, who had one of the best rookie seasons out there.
He's going to miss half the season.
And even that, even Rashee Rice didn't even have a better season than Tyreek Hill, who was hurt from the last month.
This guy.
Am I reading this right?
Yeah, this guy is about to. I am all in on the Xavier Worthy hype train.
And I
am choo-choo driving this thing.
I am happy to hear about the hype train. One of the most electric moments I've ever seen at the Combine, which isn't saying a lot because the only electric moments at the Combine in the first 10, 15, the hum of the lights in the RCA Dome was dead quiet. Or Lucas Oil. So, but I'll say this is an overreaction and ask you to move on.
Xavier Worthy's quote, "It's amazing to have a quarterback that wants you." He's basically living at Patrick Mahomes' house now.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Quinn Ewers didn't want him? Is that what he's saying?
Oh.
It's nice to have a quarterback that wants you.
He's going to be, you guys are going to all look back.
What does that mean?
And say, yep, you were right.
Okay. What else, Chris?
All right. Well, hoops. We're going to talk a lot of T-Wolves tomorrow with Kilby.
That's right.
After they're up 2-0 because the Timberwolves are going to the NBA Finals.
This is a great one. This is what Overreaction Monday is all about. Because they've won 5 in a row. Oh, God.
And again, I'm not trying to upset the Jokic brothers. You know what I mean? I don't need the brothers. DJ coming after me. You
definitely wouldn't say that if the Jokic brothers were. And by the way,
even if they were
they are. They're in for the roast. Oh, man. I will say there's a championship team they're playing, and just because they lost game one doesn't mean this is pushed back on it. If they beat the Nuggets, then I'll take them to go to the NBA Finals.
So check back in tomorrow?
Yeah, no. Even if they, I don't know. The Nuggets. Everybody thought that they don't look at the Nuggets as a possible like dynastic team in the making. That last year might have just been a flash. Jokic got his one. What it'll be like a future Dirk Nowitzki, right? Well,
yep.
When he goes into the Hall, at least here's another European that just got his one. And
about to win a third MVP.
I know, brother, but I'm just saying that championship teams have the right stuff for a reason, and I'll just say that this is an overreaction at present. But if this was a game of chess, I would keep my finger on the piece right now after making my move. You got another one over
I got
there?
a couple more.
Okay.
All it took, TJ, was one WNBA preseason game for me to just be, yes, this is happening. Caitlin Clark is winning WNBA MVP this summer.
Chill, dog.
Just one game. She's 30-foot bombs. Like, just do it.
And by the way,
And then
sometimes,
Doug
too.
Gottlieb wants her to change her form. Like, what are we talking about?
Tranquilo.
Like,
tranquilo.
get out of here.
That's a lot.
MVP going down right now. Caitlin Clark.
I like it.
So therefore, you're saying MVP, which means she's also going to be ROI.
Yeah, all of it. Well,
Well,
it doesn't
I
even
mean,
matter. This just.
You don't think ROI is? This is as shoe-in of an ROI as Wembanyama was.
I wouldn't necessarily say
Bet
that.
your house to win $10.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. This is a good class coming.
I know that.
Real good class.
But MVP, year one,
like 15-1. I mean,
come on, guy.
Value.
One WNBA
one
exhibition game.
One preseason
This is
game.
exactly
That's
what.
it.
I said before that
like
this is
NFL
what.
preseason.
Yeah.
Pretty much preseason is worthless.
That
but
this is what
we were
Overreaction Monday is all about.
We were watching this. Boom. That's all it takes.
One thing that we've already seen in Caitlin Clark's brief stint in the WNBA is just weird questions of her by weird reporters asking weird stuff.
What are our colleagues doing? What are some of these dudes doing?
I don't know. Like,
Can you
did
just
somebody
be
ask her
normal?
like where Bay is over
Yeah,
the
like,
weekend?
I guess her boyfriend.
Her boyfriend
can
is
we
just like,
be
what
normal
the hell
around Caitlin
her?
Clark?
People can't be normal around her.
Ask a basketball question.
Correct.
What are we doing? All right, last one.
That said, though, I'd want to take a selfie with her and send it to my daughter. Let's get some dad points.
Of course.
Is that weird?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Here I am. Why are people being weird? But would you mind? Can I FaceTime my daughter right now?
This is cool.
All right.
All right, quick little baseball. Huge Dodgers sweep Los Angeles. Man, that gambling thing seems like forever ago, don't it? Because Shohei Ohtani is so hot. 2 bombs yesterday.
Yes.
Leads Major League Baseball with 10. Shohei Ohtani is going to hit more home runs this year than both Rockies and White Sox have wins.
Okay, so the White Sox have 6 wins at present?
The Rockies and White Sox both have 8.
8.
And Ohtani is at 10 bombs currently.
I think you're crazy. I mean, you're basically saying there's got to be 2 25 win teams in baseball. So if he hits 60, 2 30-win teams in baseball.
Not combined. I
Two
mean, just
teams-
like he's going to outdo one of them. They both have 8. That was.
Well,
that.
you just said
I didn't say combined.
combined win total of the Rockies and White Sox.
Graphic is wrong, not how it was written.
Okay.
Apologize to throw someone under the bus.
You just threw some very terrific members of our staff under the bus.
Yeah.
So you would say, well, more home runs than the win total of either the Rockies or the White Sox. And by the
it
way,
was not combined win total.
okay. By the way, I would definitely say they're right and you're wrong if I had to guess. But that's neither here nor there. So you're saying that Ohtani will hit more home runs than the win total of either one of the 2 teams that are not performing very well right now out of the gate.
Yes. That's what I was saying.
How many times has somebody hit more home runs? Like when Judge hit 63 that year.
So that was what? That was 2022, yeah?
Yeah. Right? I got to figure this out. I'm playing this like millionaire. I'm sounding out my answer right now.
Well, the Royals had 6. The A's had 60, so he beat them.
So it's happened recently. All right, then I'll take it. Then I'll take it. Then I'll say yes.
Wait a minute, the Nats had 55 that year.
Nats had 55, yeah. So in the AL, he beat the AL.
I'm sorry.
Beat them both. Yeah.
Just thinking.
But definitely not combined. Okay.
Not combined.
Shohei Ohtani will hit more home runs this season than win total of Rockies or White Sox. Is that it?
I didn't mean to throw anyone under the bus. That's my
Except you did. Except you did.
No, I did. Okay. I'm sorry.
No way to overreact to that. We were reacting properly to that. Okay.
Those teams are, I guess my point is they're bad.
I know that, and Ohtani's good.
And Ohtani's really good.
This just in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to talk baseball.
No, I'll buy